Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I just wanted to make a quick video today. I have one item I want to show you, which is in front of you. This is something I'm really excited about. I won this in an eBay auction, and it arrived a few days ago. And what this is a 1904 program and scorecard for the Boston Americans versus the Cleveland Naps. And of course, the Boston Americans became the Red Sox in 1908. They first became a franchise in 1901 as the Boston Americans, and the Cleveland Naps became the Indians in 1915. But this is the Boston Americans versus the Cleveland Naps, and it's for the game that was played on July 16th, 1904. And something that's pretty cool about this game is that Cy Young pitched against Addie Joss. So two Hall of Famers going head to head in that game, and Boston won 13-3. There was a total of 5 Hall of Famers that were on the field in this game. In addition to Cy Young and Addie Joss, there was also Jimmy Collins, who you can see on the front there in the middle, Elmer Flick, and also Napoleon Lajoie. So this is something that I've seen a few of these. There's not a whole lot of these, but I've seen a few over the years. I think I actually bid on one in an auction a couple of years ago, but didn't end up winning it. I saw this one on eBay. This one is in really amazing condition, which was something that I liked. And there's just so many things about this that really make it fit well in my collection. On the bottom there, you can see an ad. It says third base Nuf Ced. And of course, Nuf Ced Cards is the name of my channel. For those of you who don't know what that means, Nuf Ced refers to Nuf Ced McGreevy, Michael McGreevy, who was the leader of a group called the Royal Rooters, and also the Roxbury Rooters, also known as the Roxbury Rooters. And this was a early fan club for the Boston baseball teams. You can see there on the bottom it says that Baltimore in 97, Pittsburgh 1903. So in 97, it's referring to 1897, and that would be the Boston Bean Eaters against the Baltimore Orioles. So the Bean Eaters, of course, later became the Boston Braves, then the Milwaukee Braves, and now the Atlanta Braves, who played the Orioles in 1897. And then Pittsburgh 1903, that refers to the first World Series where the Red Sox, the Boston Americans, beat Pittsburgh to win their first World Series. So Nuf Ced McGreevy, I'm not going to give you his biography, but really interesting character. You can look him up on Wikipedia or something if you're interested in him. But really quickly, he owned a saloon called the Third Base Saloon. That's what this ad is for. Called Third Base because that's the last place you go before you go home. So kind of a clever name. And he became known as Nuf Ced McGreevy because he would settle barroom disputes by pounding his fist on the bar and saying "Nuff said," and that would be the end of the dispute, I guess. So he opened the saloon in 1894. Actually, in 1908, he was hired by the Red Sox to be a coach during spring training, so he was actually involved with the team also. And his saloon ended up closing in 1920 due to prohibition. And at that time, he had a huge memorabilia collection that was donated to the Boston Public Library. I believe it's still there. A few years ago, he kind of came back into the spotlight a little bit when the Dropkick Murphys released their song called Tessie, which is kind of like a throwback for the song that the Royal Rooters would sing at the games. And in the Dropkick Murphys version of the song, they talk about a number of old-time players, and they talk about Nuf Ced McGreevy. So anyhow, it's just a character that I've kind of been interested in, and kind of a interesting guy. So it was really cool for me that that's on the front of the program. I'm going to need to find a better way to store this. It came in this kind of half ripped page here, but I'm going to show you the inside of this. And on the first page here, some of these ads are really cool. You can see there's the ad for the old automobile, which, you know, it's something that was just invented a few years prior to this. It's got the composite photo there of the Red Sox players with Cy Young there on the left. We have Ban Johnson and Henry Killalay, who was one of the founders of the American League. Early Coca-Cola ad, which is kind of neat, 5 cents a glass. And then here's the scorecard. So you can see that the game was scored. And like I said, the Red Sox won this game 13-3. Not scored in the traditional way, but you can see under TB there's total bases and base hits. And I actually was able to look up the box score of this game and found that a lot of this writing is actually accurate as to what happened in that game. And there's the Cleveland side. You can see the 4 there. And the Cleveland player Bradley actually hit a home run in this game. And on the bottom there, you can see Addy Joss pitched and Cy Young for Boston. Some more kind of cool ads in there. And then on the last page here, this is something else that's really cool. This is an ad for photos by Carl Horner, who had a studio in Boston. And if you're familiar with T206 and early baseball cards, you know that Carl Horner took photos of a lot of the early players, and those photos were later used not only in T206s, but a number of other early sets as the basis for the portraits in those sets. So if you look through, you can see a couple different players. There's Jimmy Collins, Napoleon Lajoie, and Addy Joss are down here. And those are the same portraits that were used in their cards. On the back here we have a nice ad there for hemorrhoid surgery, so that's great. So anyhow, I was really excited to get this. This is now the oldest Red Sox item in my collection. Don't really collect programs. This is the first early program that I have, but I was, you know, something that really I was excited to get. And actually, I was able to look up online and find this newspaper article. This is from the Boston Sunday Globe on July 17th, 1904, the day after the game, and talks about the game itself and Cy Young and Addy Joss, and the box score is right there, which I was able to confirm that, you know, the information that was scored in the program is accurate. And they talk about a lot of the things that happened during the game. So I found this on newspaperarchive.com, which allows you to do, I think, like one search for free, and then it's a pretty expensive subscription to that website. And they try to prevent you from printing it out. I was able to print this out like this, but I think if you get a subscription, you can actually print it out and make it kind of fit better and look nice. But anyhow, so that's it. Hope you liked the video. Please comment, subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more videos. I got some more that I'm looking to make this week, and hope you all have a good week. And go Patriots. Time to go watch the game. All right, guys. Bye.